guess who has lots of thoughts and opinions and doesn't actually know how they want to articulate them? It's me. So a couple of days ago, Daniel J. Layton uploaded a video explaining why he hasn't been uploading in a while, with the exception of PMS. Basically, his reason for that was that he didn't feel he had anything interesting to say, and that he always feels that he's being productive because he's always thinking about how he wants to put PMS together, or he's always vlogging. And I'll link his video in the description because he says it a lot better than I do, understandably. And if you've been on Twitter recently, you may or may not know that Hazel Hayes went on a little bit of a rant about it, which was totally understandable, and for the most part I completely agree with what she's saying. I would just like to point out that I'm not just saying this because I have a lot of respect for her, both as a content creator and a person, but she made some incredibly valid points, and I'm just gonna read some of them out to you. There's an awful lot of YouTubers churning out pure fucking clickbaity bullshit. You know it, I know it, but nobody talks about it. The word YouTuber has become so synonymous with money-grabbing idiots making relatable content that I no longer like calling myself one. I'd make a video about it, but I've got nothing constructive to say. So stop making shit that contributes nothing to the world? Question mark. To which someone asked her why it mattered, because they weren't competing for viewer time, because her viewers would be interested in different content to the content that she is referring to. And she just said she genuinely doesn't know the lack of integrity maybe, or originality or respect for themselves and their viewers. To which she went on to say, we deserve a YouTube platform that rewards people who try. You deserve YouTubers who try to make the best content they can for you. Also on that note, this may just be me. Well, I mean, I guess it isn't, based on the reaction that Hazel has gotten for this, and a conversation that has been going on for a while in the background a little bit. But for me, all I want to do is upload things that I am proud of. And personally, I can't see how filming the chapstick challenge or the chubby bunny challenge, for example, would make you proud, unless like there's some super like fancy editing in it or something. I don't see the fulfillment you get out of that. Like, it's a relatively easy edit and upload, I guess. As far as tags go, they can be quite interesting and quite thought-provoking. There's nothing inherently wrong with challenge videos and tag videos. I think it's just the fact that there are a lot of channels that are solely dedicated to this. It may be because sometimes people are just looking for something that they can just throw on in the background. It's background noise, you know, they don't have to really focus or concentrate that much on it, and that may be why they get so many views. But when I was telling my mom about this a couple of hours ago, she made a very valid point, and she was just like, people don't like to think. Just in general, they don't like to think. And that really sucks for the people in this community that are so creative and good at what they do. There's just so many short films and sketches and series and different things that I would love for people to see, and they don't care. They don't want to think about it. I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Time in the Month and like wheels haven't been turning afterwards. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've watched one of Bertie's or Tim's or Sammy's films and I haven't just like, oh my god, I can't even articulate what I want to say. I always feel like I've taken something away from those things. Even with Dan's take on PMS this year, I can't remember what month it was, but he was saying that he was, you know, feeling insecure about it because so many of his friends were doing it as well, and people will be saying, oh, I've already seen this in Chloe's video, or I've already seen this in Hazel's. It just makes me laugh that for the most part it's in a jokey way, but there are some people that are being quite sincere about it, that they complain that everything that they see in all of the videos is the same, but they'll watch people make the same tags over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know where I'm going with this. There's so much that I want to say and I just don't know where I'm going with it. There are a lot of popular YouTubers who put up absolute shite and get loads of views on it, and I have a really small channel and don't get very many views on my videos, so I guess it doesn't really affect me that much, but it really gets under my skin because there are so many people that I watch watch that deserve the views that they get because they put so much time and effort and thought, and they just care so much about their projects, and they don't get the attention that they deserve. And loads of people think that Hazel's tweets were like an attack on their faves or whatever, but it's not on the people themselves, it's the content that they create that is annoying. Like, there's no thought that goes into the chapstick challenge. You just put on some lip balm and kiss someone. Like, you don't get something from that. And because YouTube is becoming such a big platform now and more people are trying to jump on it and they're trying to become big successful YouTubers, people are doing these things that will get them loads of views really quickly and that will grow their channel really quickly. And I hate to be that person, but like, YouTube isn't what it was anymore. Creativity and integrity is just, for a lot of people, is just gone straight out the window, which is really, really sad. I don't think this is going the direction I wanted it to go to. Basically, the problem isn't with the YouTubers that are putting the stuff out, it's that they're taking the easy way out just to get views and to make all of the dollars, and it's really disheartening. And as for clickbait, I mean, don't even get me started. If your title and your thumbnail are kind of clickbaity, but what you're bringing people in is actually in the video, that is totally fine. I personally don't have a problem with that. But when you're like announcing a pregnancy but it's actually a show on Netflix, like, then we have some problems. You can apologize for that all you want, but it still doesn't make it okay, does it? And I think the longer I sit here and try harder to articulate what I want to say, I'm gonna go round in circles. So I'm gonna wrap it up with saying I personally don't have a problem with tag videos or challenges and things like that. If they make people happy, then cool. But give your time to the people who are working their butts off and making some really, really incredible stuff, because I could almost guarantee you that you will feel a lot better and a lot more fulfilled watching short films and sketches and things than you would watching a 5-minute video of people eating sour sweets from like New Zealand or something. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it all. The whole thing is very subjective. So if you disagree, that is totally cool. It's totally up to you. But I think it's an interesting conversation to have, and it'll be interesting to hear both sides of the story, I guess. Just don't attack anyone, because that's not gonna get anywhere and you're just gonna make people angry. And where's the fun in that? Don't answer that. I'll see you when I see you. Why do I never try and script things? Honestly, why?